Alright, what's good? It's your boy Kami, and today I am bringing you guys a tier list video for fruits. This is an update 5 tier list, so this includes mochi, paw, and stuff like that. And how we're going over the tiers of said fruits is based on PvE and PvP value. So a fruit, for example, Ito could have a high PvP value but a low PvE value. So we tried our best to make everything as fair as possible, and we're just gonna hop right into it. So the first tier is obviously F tier, and Suke, I put it here because there's not really much you can do. I think when you go invisible, you get unaggroed by mobs, but still, that's like, how are you gonna do damage? You know, you're not doing damage to a boss with Diablo Jabo. Like, I don't know, but yeah, that's F tier. All right, so moving into D tier, I have Spin and Kilo here. Now, some people may argue that Spin needs to be in a higher tier, which isn't completely wrong, but you gotta remember that this is based on both values, PvP and PvE. PvP Spin has a good combo extender, but I'm pretty sure that's all it has, and there's not much to say about Kilo as it has one block break and that's pretty much it. I would put both of these fruits in F along with Suke, but the things that set them apart from Suke is that Suke has no damaging moves. At least you can damage somebody with the moves on Spin and Kilo. Alright, moving on to C tier here, we have a lot of fruits, so let's just get right into it. So the first fruit we have here today is the beloved Ito. Now, it is at C because we all know that Ito's PvP is crazy. I mean, the block breaks, the stun, the combo extenders, all of it is crazy. Now, why it's not higher? Of course, as many of you know, Ito's PvE is terrible. I think the strongest move on it is Overheated Whip that goes to like 130, and I think the ultimate gets around like 100 something, but you know, somebody correct me on that in the comments. The next fruit on the list is Horo Horo no Mi, and honestly, I've only ever played against it a couple times, but when I have, it's the person who's been using it is super good. It has a lot of stuns. Pretty sure it has like a super long combo extender with the ghost, and yeah, it has pretty decent PvP. Now, for PvE, I would really not recommend this fruit as it's more single targeting more than AoE, and to grind, you really do need a good AoE fruit. Not all the time, but if you want to grind like levels, you really do need an AoE fruit. So that's why Horo is where it's at. The next fruit on the tier list is what I like to call the Luffy fruit, or Gum Gum. Now, Gum has pretty decent PvP. I'm pretty sure if you put like all your stats in Gum, I think you can like one combo with a Gatlin. But it's pretty good. I'm pretty sure Pistol has negative cooldown. I don't know if Rocket's useful. I don't know if the Bloom move is useful either in PvP. But, you know, like I said, regardless, it still has pretty good PvP. Now, on the PvE aspect, it's decent, I guess. I don't really know. Maybe the balloon move is useful for like bosses and stuff like that. But I'm pretty sure you can hit multiple people with Gatlin, so I guess you could do that to farm mobs. And yeah, like I said, the balloon move could be useful for bosses to like negate damage and stuff like that. But yeah, on to the next one. Alright, so the next fruit we have here is Yomi. Yomi's pretty solid for PvP. It has the stomp that freezes, has a couple block breaks. I'm pretty sure the ult is pretty good. It's pretty solid all around, and yeah. Alright, so for the last three fruits, Bari, Gura, and Marrow, I'm going to group them together because while their PvP is extremely underrated and super good, their PvE might not be the best, especially like Gura. Because if you want to ship farm or Kraken farm, TV's farm, your moves don't have enough range, and you would have to really get up close and personal. I don't know a lot about Bari, but I've never seen anybody ship farm with it. I don't even think it's useful. And same thing with Marrow. Marrow has very good PvP, lots of block break stuns, but like I said, you can't do anything PvE related. So, alright, so for this next tier is the B tier, which is Paw, Bomb, Zushi, Hiei, Goro, Suna. Now, a lot of these fruits have great PvP and okay PvE. Like, for example, Zushi, you could ship farm, Kraken farm with it, but I feel like if you're running a Kraken farm or CB's farm, you're going to be with a lot of Pikas and Magus, and they would probably kill the Kraken and CBs before you could even get credit for it. Now, we all know Bomb's PvE is spectacular, especially for its ult. The self-destruct, it does so much damage, and I remember the meta back in the day for like dungeons. It probably still is, I don't know, I don't do dungeons. But the meta was to hold the ult before the boss spawned in and you would one-shot them, you know? Now, its PvP capabilities are decent. I really don't see a lot of bombs, but Hiei is very good for PvP. A lot of block breaks, a lot of stuns. Hiei just doesn't do enough damage for it to be, you know, qualified or considered super good for PvE. And the same goes for Suna. Suna has a lot of good moves, a lot of useful things to use in PvP, but it just doesn't do enough damage in PvE for it to be considered, you know, super good. Honestly, Paw is only here at B tier for its PvP, because with PvE, I really doubt. Well, I mean, I haven't used it, but I really doubt it would be of any use except like Ursa Shock. Ursa Shock is pretty good. And maybe Rendezvous, but still. Alright, at A tier, we have the big three, Pikatori, Magu, and along with it is Kage. Pikatori, Pika is super good for PvE. Like, I dare say it's the best thing in the game to use PvE with. Now, the PvP aspect, it's kind of shaky because it's hit or miss. You could be good with it or bad with it, but most of the moves are predictable, so you'll usually be bad with it, and that's why I don't recommend it for PvP, but I say yes for PvE. Now, on to Tori. I think Tori here is probably like the best PvE thing, and I simply say that because of its heal and, you know, the flight. The heal is super good. I see it be used a lot in both PvP and PvE. And Magu would be S tier if its nerfs didn't happen like Magu. I think Magu Eruption burn damage got nerfed, and I think the base damage itself got nerfed as well. And Kage, or however you say it, and correct me if I'm saying it wrong, but it's pretty good. It has a lot of block breaks. The ult is really good, but like the stamina drain it's a bit too much. Like, I really do think that maybe they should change the ult around. I really don't know, but yeah. Now on to the tier you all have been waiting for. It is indeed S tier, and here we have Mochi and Mera. Both of these fruits have exceptional PvP and PvE, especially Mera. The amount of stuff you can do with that you can do with Mera and PvE alone is insane. And don't even get me started on PvP. Has a great block break. That's it gives super armor. Flame Pillar, I'm pretty sure it gives like insane super armor. Yeah, the flight is pretty good. Hiken's pretty good. The ultimate's pretty good. Like, everything about it is good. Same with Mochi, especially with the future sight. Yeah, you automatically win. Alright guys, that's the tier list. Please remember that at the end of the day, regardless of what I may think or you may think, this is all opinionated. Nothing here is, you know what I'm saying, solid, or, you know, nothing here is automatically true or false. Just remember that everything is opinionated, and yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. I don't know what I'm gonna do for the next video, but I got y'all, I promise. Anyways, I'm gonna see y'all boys later. Peace. Oh, drink water.